Let me get some water real quick.
Okay.
Sorry. Just started.
Perfect. That's the first lesson. Drink your water.
Just to make sure that there's a water.
We need the H2O.
The frequency H2O.
Yeah, what the hell? Every time I, come to see Tez, she's got, a new, spiritual thing to, throw at me. It's funny. Just, sit down to coffee and, hey, check out this, map of the world. It explains, all the concepts imaginable.
The universe.
Yeah. All in, this, A4 piece of paper. It's amazing. And then we got some high-frequency H2O. You guys can get it at any high-frequency shop. You'll be able to know.
More like in New South Wales.
They're on their shit.
Alkaline spring water infused with frequency of all of the synodic moon.
Whoa.
How cool is that?
That's so wild. It's synodic.
It's a lunar water.
It only sees the moon, guys. This water has not seen the light of day.
Moon water.
Oh yeah, it came through a portal from the moon. They've got a well connected directly to the moon's secret water source. But yeah, this is 144. Just saw it on the timer.
Here we go. It's a sign of what?
Yeah. Signs are happening all the time.
Yep. 11:44 is what I've been seeing.
Magical. That's a magical number.
Mm-hmm.
It's about you, and 4 is also a very, very magical number because of Carl Jung.
Carl Jung.
Yep. He believed in the power of 4s, like mandalas divided up into 4s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Self-expression, self-fulfillment, maturity, stability of mind.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. It's a good number.
Balance. Yeah.
And you've been
4.
seeing 717 or something, right?
Yeah, lots of 7s, 1s. In a tarot reading, someone told me that if I see 777, then it means that I'm really in touch with my guardian angels or my intuition at that time. Yeah. What else have you been seeing around? Any synchronicities or any?
I did go through a phase where it was just 2s, so 222 everywhere, which is a twin flame journey.
Oh, whoa!
It talks about twin flames. So it's just making you. I think it's more so about understanding your relationships and working on them. I think more so. Yeah, but don't quote me on that.
We'll put it in the footnotes. Don't quote Tessa, but this is...
I'm just looking it up right now. Oh, okay, yeah. So it's actually about deciding what direction to take and things like that as well, which could be a part of like a twin flame journey, or you're finding balance and harmony. So 2s are about keeping your the peace sign. I really just found this out actually a couple of days ago.
Oh my god.
So when you think about peace, you think about people coming together and being in harmony. So that actually was supposed to be 2 fingers together, not 2 fingers separately, but they changed it in the 70s.
Oh.
It's a bit of a conspiracy thing, another rabbit hole I've been through.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, the real the real peace sign is actually 2 fingers together.
2 fingers. That's more like gung-ho. It's like cowboy shit.
Isn't
That's
it?
really cool. Okay.
Yeah,
Guys,
like just
now
in
you know.
harmony, because when you're together, that's peace. Yeah. So it's about peace, and that means separate. Being separate.
That's so interesting.
I mean, that was just a theory that I heard, but like it
Right.
makes sense though.
It does make sense. Like, what doesn't make sense is why they did that in the 70s, because
Well, when you think about it, the higher elites at play don't want us to be in harmony with each other, so they'll try and separate us.
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of separation. It's funny because, like, and the more polarized one side is, like, the more it pushes away the other side, and that causes the other side to push more back. Yeah.
It's sort of like a magnetic sense, like when you put 2 magnets together, they just keep pushing apart. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
In a sense?
I guess, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, totally. Definitely. And we want the other side of the magnets. So, like, when did your spiritual awakening occur? Because you were telling me before about how you started out, you know, Christian in the part of the church.
Yeah.
And then, like, broke free of that.
That's a good way to put it, yeah. Yeah, so I was raised, born and raised a Christian. That's funny. Yeah, I was born into a Christian family and then raised Christian. And then once I kind of hit about 17, I kind of I got out of the Christian community and I started adventuring like this secular life that we're not supposed to, because I thought I could prove that I would still continue being Christian regardless of my surroundings around me. As they said in the Bible, like, don't hang out with any secular people. Like, we always got taught not to, just live a secular life, because you would fall and you would stray away from God. So I wanted to test that theory out for myself. And I did stray away from God for a couple of years, but I see it now that I went back to basics. So I stripped away all of my belief systems completely, and I started off fresh with fresh eyes, and I saw the world for how it was. I saw my guilt and shame as things that are natural, and yeah, there was just a whole bunch of epiphanies that I went through. I had to feel the heaviness of the world and live in a toxic sort of lifestyle to be able to understand what I actually want in this world and what feeds my soul. And I think it was about I was 20 years old and I moved in with this with my boyfriend at the time, who was atheist. So I kind of went through an atheist stage, and then after that I craved spirituality so much because I was feeling like I lost a huge value in my life that picked me up from the ground when I was like scared or afraid, or like I was in despair. And just that spiritual thing, like once you connect with spirituality, it's like nothing else in the world really helps you as much as that does, in a sense. And so I was just looking anywhere, and then I came across Jordan Peterson, and that kind of got me back into it, honestly.
Oh my god, me too. Holy crap.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, totally. Like, my roommate just was like, saw me like, I don't even know, just in a heap on the floor one day and was like, hey, Jordan Peterson might help you. And then at the same time was listening to MBTI stuff, personality stuff, and like it's all connected.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
So Jordan Peterson.
Yeah. I started watching some videos of his, listening to his just his videos and stuff. And then I read his book and then studied that for a while. And I just found peace in knowing that I could make sense of I was always into psychology, and I liked, that side of it, but he brought in like a spiritual aspect of it that made sense to someone who was a little bit atheist as well. So I kind of I found the similarities, like, because he talks a lot scientifically and logically.
Yeah, he's like very well read, he is a psychologist as well. Yeah. So he's like very, I don't know, he deals with the human psyche. Mm-hmm. And so he's got that database to sort of leap from. It's interesting. Like, I feel like, I wonder, because I always viewed his work more like very self-growth. Yeah. And like, so it's interesting that it came at a time for you when you were like completely stripping back your mind in a way in order to like rebuild your faith, or not in order to do that, but eventually came to rebuild your faith. Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely.
Was there anything in particular from his like stuff that, was inherently spiritual to you and you found like a lot of value in, that you really liked and enjoyed?
Well, you want some water?
Yes. Oh my God.
It's spiritual.
Cleanse me.
It's the moon water.
You baptized. Okay.
Yeah. So things that resonated with me about Jordan Peterson and his teaching, I feel like he was just really straight to the point blank, really brutal in the way that he spoke, and just like no bullshit. I loved that about him, and that kind of set me straight, and I was just like, yeah, you're fucking right. Like, I can't argue with that,
Yeah.
Some of the things he would say. And then there was other things that I kind of always knew intuitively as a kid, but because, I kind of like, I put myself pretty low as a kid because I was very intuitive, but people wouldn't listen to me about it, and all the things that all the ideas and the teachings that I kind of already knew in my incarnation in the world. Anyway, so it kind of brought back all of these things that I kind of already knew as a kid growing up. And then...
Do you remember, like, what sort of things or...
Yeah, well, exactly. Like the one that I was talking to you about before, about the dragon in the room. So if there is a problem in regards to relationships or family or friends, or, it's really important to work on that problem, or to acknowledge the problem while it's still young, while it's still a little baby dragon, and then you can deal with it, and then, it won't grow big and that everyone can see it, and, it's just too big to handle. So
the Hydra
for sure
problem of life. That's interesting. A lot of starseeds are just people who are like very intuitive, or like magical, you could say, or like who just naturally can sense these
unexplainably
things. Unexplainably speak on that a lot, and then sometimes they suppress it to the point where it's like the mind-body connection, like sometimes they have to wear glasses. I don't know.
Right?
Yeah. Have you heard of that? Like, oh, what the hell? You've heard of it. Like,
no, explain.
To suppress their intuition, like, it's like symbolic that because they are suppressing their intuition has to do with like sight, seeing into many worlds, many possibilities, or even just into one future. And because people don't listen to them, it becomes so suppressed. It's almost like they wither away, and along with it, it's like their eyesight as well, their ability to vision is really becomes suppressed, and then it's like we need to be prescribed glasses or like medication
Yeah.
or whatever it is.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. The world really struggles with things that are unexplainable. And once it's unexplainable, then they kind of suppress it and try and fit it into some kind of a box. Mental illness, or, you know, you're hearing voices or things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if you are generally hearing voices, like, please, yes, if you feel them.
Consult a doctor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we're not medical professionals.
No, but there is a difference between having intuition, that feeling, that knowing, like that instant download. Some people just get a bit freaked out by it, and they don't really know how to deal with that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What about you? When did you
notice these things?
Yeah. When did you kind of find your spiritual awakening?
Well, yeah, I feel like for me it was kind of like a process of realizing that I was very pushed to be like a really good student, to get really good grades all my life. That was what I was valued on, and how to get recognition, and it never came. And then, eventually pushed out of that and saw it as a way to escape my family life and be able to exist in the world. And then that kind of broke down as well, because I realized, like, hey, like, actually, I'm not really built for this as much as, like, some other people. Like, really, really not built for it. And yes, and then more and more, just, like, my worldview began to break down, and I don't know, it is unexplainable, but you can kind of speak this kind of language with certain people who understand it and who see, like, the emotional play between people. Sometimes I would explain things like, I feel like I'm really drained by this person. I feel like it's because of this, but then, the person I'm with at the time will be like, oh no, like, what are you even talking about? Like, I don't see that at all. Like, they're being completely normal, and you'd feel completely invalidated. And just the more research you do, like, for me, it was starting with, like, MBTI. Like, some friends were like, oh, this might help you, like, put together who you are more. And then Jordan Peterson with my roommate, that came, like, at the exact same time. And from there, like, Enneagram, and now, like...
Yeah, you just kind of go down that road, and you just explore a whole different world.
Definitely. And then it becomes a question of, like, what is real again at times. That can be...
That's... Yeah, I've been through that a couple of times, Yeah, what is real?
Because, like, science definitely helps. Like, there's, Joe Dispenza. I really love his stuff because he is a scientist, a neuroscientist, and maybe similar to Jordan Peterson, has all the proof in the world, and yet he doesn't believe the results that he's getting through the spiritual practices, which, like yogis and all of that kind of thing in the past have talked about, but no one really believed, because we live in, a society. Over time we've let go of our faith and moved into science and work.
Yep, the rat race.
Yeah,
they call it that for a reason.
Why do they call it that?
I actually don't know the origins of it, but I'm kind of putting it together that maybe because, when you see a bunch of rats just running in one direction, they're all doing the same thing. It's like the sheep. Like, they're all just kind of, they don't know where they're running, but they're running because they're told, because everyone else is, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, like, why are we running? Anyone questioning that? It's like, why are we trying to survive constantly every single day when what we have is beautiful? And focusing on the moment, I think, is the best antidote to any anxiety, depression, or anything, because depression, you're thinking about the past. Anxiety, you're thinking about the future. And living in the moment, you're thinking about the now, and you've got everything you need in the now, always. And once you really like accept that and see that, oh, it's really good.
Yeah.
I used to deal with a lot of anxiety. I used to have massive anxiety attacks growing up.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I would go through therapists here and there, and they just some therapists would just be like, yeah, just throw this ball at the wall and yeah, you'll be good.
Okay.
And then another therapist, I'll just be like analyzing myself to her, and she'd be like, yes, you're correct. And I'll be like, okay. No one's really helping me. So then I kind of just woke up one day and I was like, you know what? No one else knows me better than I know me.
Wow,
So
chills. Oh, yeah.
why not like just go from analyzing the problem, seeing where the problem is coming from, and just really breaking through, like, and chipping down at every like shadow work, you know, doing all of that, dealing with the problem at hand, like when it comes up. And with anxiety, the way that I dealt with my panic attacks over, like, because I used to like be completely like paralyzed from the neck down in anxiety, and my heart would be racing. I'd think that I'm dying, and I would just be crying. It would be just like a whole hour of that, and that's how severe it got. And I just suddenly thought to myself, why not I just distract my mind? As soon as I'm feeling anxiety, I just kind of think about the things that are in front of me and what I'm appreciating about the things that are in front of me, the physical, tangible things, and then taking myself out of that sort of fear, because it's just fear, you know, anxiety is fear, and making myself feel more comfortable with my environment that's around me, and then focusing on my breath and really focusing on the moment and just being at peace with the moment, not worrying about the future, not worrying about the past, not worrying about anything else, just focusing on the moment. And that's what helped me in my anxiety.
Yeah, wow. That appreciation is
Yeah.
so powerful.
Gratefulness, man.
Oh my God.
Gratefulness is like,
yeah,
so powerful.
Brings you to your knees. It's like, oh my God, wow. That's an awesome hero's journey. Have you heard of Abraham Hicks?
Oh, I love Abraham Hicks. Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah. Fuck. Oh my God. Just been downloading that so much.
Dude.
Every minute. Oh my God. That's amazing, dude. Like that's awesome. Like, and do you find that like as you've learned more about that and you've let yourself be in those experiences that you've, I don't know, like being able to lessen the time, like say, or like, yeah, how do you find it like these days as much?
Yeah, so I haven't had a panic attack in about a year,
Wow.
which is amazing for me because I used to have it probably once or twice a week.
Whoa, yeah.
And I would constantly wake up with anxiety every day, you know. And I mean, that comes with like childhood trauma and everything. So that's another thing that I had to deal with, was where that fight or flight mode came in because of something triggering me from my childhood. And back in my childhood, I'd have to be in fight or flight or freeze, you know. And so realizing that that's not the same as it is today, you know, it's a different situation that I'm in. It's not the same. And just like talking to myself. Another thing that, oh yeah, by the way, to answer your question, it's a daily process for me that anytime I feel, because it still comes up sometimes, like I feel a little bit anxious sometimes, but as soon as I feel that initial, being just self-aware, just fully self-aware to know that you're feeling a little bit anxious, and just coming back to that peaceful state of mind, like just meditating, and even meditating like while you're talking to someone, you can do that, like, you know, so it's a constant state of meditative state in your mind. You know, so like that's just like, yeah, the thing that brings me back down. again, focusing on the present moment. The more I do that, like every day I focus on the present moment. I'm not worried about the future. I'm not concerned about the past. If it comes up, it comes up. But, you know, in the shadow work, if it comes up, it comes up. Go with the flow, cross that bridge. Well, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. That's great to hear. It is really great to hear. Like, when people do learn to overcome those illusions, because it is just fear. And
I love how you said it's an illusion, because fear is absolutely an illusion. Definitely is. Yep.
There's so many perspectives, and why not choose like the appreciative one? Like, oh my God, yeah, it can be, and it's why it's important to practice it, because oh man, yeah, it's so important to practice, because it's like a muscle. The more you learn and train yourself out of those moments where you are fucked up, and for me, it used to happen a lot as well, like especially during COVID times, especially when I was really isolated and very in my own head, like that would happen a lot. But it's like, it's almost like brainwashing yourself to a certain degree with like positivity. Like, it's not, you know, there is the dark side of life, of course, and like, but it's like a spiritual training for that. It's
classically controlling your brain. Like, it's like the Pavlov's theory with the dog, right?
Yeah.
When you ring a bell, it salivates. It's kind of just like training your brain to like be super aware of that emotion that comes up, and then I don't know.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah, it's like Pavlov's dog, you know, like they trained him. Whenever the bell rang, they would feed him, and then eventually he would become like to salivate every time the bell rang. It's like, that's like what reprogramming your mind is kind of like, because you're retraining it to recognize positive, negative charges, and which one becomes more automatic. Yeah.
It's probably not the best analogy with Pavlov's theory. But anyway.
We're all like dogs.
Dogs salivating everywhere.
Where do you think the oceans came from?
Oh my God.
Oh God.
That's a good question.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
So you've escaped the rat race now. Like, for anyone who doesn't know, we're in a van right now, which is so cool. So it has a van
on the beach.
Oh my God. Yeah. Like purple light up there right now.
Yeah.
Purple hair.
Yeah, it's I've never been a fan of this Matrix like life, and I was always told growing up, this is just the reality of it. You have to accept it and live in it like the rest does, you know? And I'm like, no, that's not what I want to do.
Matrix.
Yeah, I'm going to hack it. I'm going to, and, you know, when you put your mind to something, like, you just do it. Like, if you want to live a happier life, just imagine what that happier life would look like and manifest it, and just truly believe you can do it. I think that's the problem, like, with everyone. Yeah. I think we just don't believe in ourselves enough, you know? Yeah. And that's what this society does. It puts you down, makes you say that, no, you're not powerful. You're nothing. You're just like the rest of us.
Yeah.
But it's not like, if you believe that, it will become true. But if you believe something else, that will come true too. And yeah.
Yeah.
I think fully diving in the deep end, like trusting wholeheartedly in the universe, got me here. I quit my job and left You know, I moved out of my house that I was in. And it was like 5-star resort I was in, like getting paid regularly, like $1,000 a week. You know, I was comfortable in this house that I pay only $100 a week for. And
Wow.
it was like, it was perfect. I was happy, but I just left it all behind because my intuition tells me, like, you're meant for bigger things than this. You know, like there are bigger, there's a bigger world out there for you to explore. And I just went, okay, what do I have to lose? Like, let's just go. Let's just do it.
Holy shit, that just clicked something in my brain.
Did it?
Yeah, it did. A friend was telling me, anyway, that that's what someone said to them when they broke off with someone. They were like, the person who broke it off said, hey, I'm meant for bigger things. And I was like, what is that supposed to mean?
Right.
But the person I was talking to is very entrenched in the rat race. They're very built for it, you know?
Yeah.
They were basically the ideal of what our current world wants. Like, work hard, all about money, but has that spiritual void. Yeah, maybe that's what they meant. Like, and to me, that's like symbolic of how a lot of us are waking up right now. And like, who knows what it has to do with, like, if it has to do with, you know, the solar flares, like the raising of the vibration of the world. If it, and where it's all gonna go. I mean, honestly, I have positive hopes for the world view, like, and that's an important thing too, to have like that positive world vision, because that's what manifestation is. The more of us who hold it deep in our hearts, then the more it comes to fruition.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you're the creator of your own game. Like, the reality is that you have so much potential, more than you can think, for having a better life for yourself and others. If you just believe that, you just go with it. It's like driving a car. Wherever you see, wherever you look is where the car is going to go. Right? If you look at the hot chick running down like the pathway, you know, your car's gonna go that way. But if you focus on like what's in front of you, like, you're just gonna stay there. So like, having that, knowing that you have the power to decide what your life is gonna be like.
And then all the elements will come into place the more and more. Yeah. If it's aligned for you, then they will fall more into place.
Yeah, that's what the universe wants for you. The universe is like, it's like a really good best friend that's just like, yeah, I want the best for you and I'll help you in any way possible. And yeah, that's what the universe is like, always taking care of your needs and your wants. And if you want to go this way, then I will path that way for you. Or I've already pathed this way for you. Now you have to jump and make the effort.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's when it's really testing you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel that way when I'm like changing lanes. For some reason, changing lanes
in car
freaks me out sometimes. Yeah. And I'm like, shit. 3333.
Oh, wow.
Wild. I don't know if that's a positive or negative angel number.
No, it's no negative angel.
Oh, sometimes there are. I got like 7777 once on my odometer. I looked it up and it was like, you are basically in hell. And I was like, great. Thanks, universe.
Right. So it's testing moments, 4 sevens.
Ooh, wow. Yeah. I don't know if, don't quote me on that. But sometimes they're like fucking
another don't quote me. I love it.
Oh, okay. 333. Femininity, creativity, intuition. Think of it as a friendly love note to stop worrying so much. It's beautiful.
There we go.
Have fun on your own. Enjoy your creativity, femininity, intuition. Thank you.
That's okay. It's your little message from the angels.
I needed to hear that. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. Expectations of self can be so high.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I feel it, babe. You're doing fine.
Fuck yeah.
Just need to be you authentically, and that's all, you know? Like, your perfect self is you being authentic.
Yeah.
And just true to yourself, true to your feelings.
Yeah, the intuition. Because your feelings, they tell you where to go. Oh, God. Sometimes I just need someone to come break my back. God damn it.
You need a crack in your back or something. Like,
yeah, do some cat poses.
All right, let's do this. All right, sit with your legs crossed.
Okay.
Anyone who's listening, if your back's hurting, do this.
Yeah.
All right. Now put your right arm.
Yep.
On the back of your left knee.
Oh, I can feel this.
Like this, and now put your left arm behind you, just to support you a bit, and then just kind of like push towards the left and feel your back sort of stretch a bit. Do it gently or as harshly as you want, and then slowly come back to the center, and then do the same on the other side.
Oh my god.
I find that's probably like my way of cracking my back in more gentle situation.
Yeah, definitely. And then the other way is like on the bed, where you just like get the full array of back cracks. I don't know if your back cracks. Like mine will just like crack like 10 times. That's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah.
Back.
That's good. Yeah. Apparently you're not supposed to crack your neck, but I do.
Oh shit. Literally just cracked my neck.
Oh my god. I always crack my neck.
Oh.
Someone told me the other day, like, don't do that. You're just like...
What?
You're, I don't know, it's something about ruining, like, the, I really don't know. I didn't really listen because I didn't want to stop cracking.
But it's fun. Yeah. I mean, I know when you get the cracks, it's like air releasing from your joints.
Yeah, like little air bubbles. Air bubbles. That's like, it's like cracking your knuckles.
Oh, yeah.
You've got little air bubbles in there. People say that you're going to get arthritis if you're cracking your knuckles, but there was this study where this man, he wanted to test that, and for his whole life, like about 70 years or something, he cracked only one of his hands.
Okay.
Only one of his the knuckles on his hand. And then once he got to like the age of 80 or whatever, he had arthritis in both hands. So
why?
I don't know.
Rude, that guy. You got a rude awakening. Oh my god.
Yeah.
He just thought he was gonna get in one hand. Oh my god. There you go.
Yep. So it doesn't matter.
Nothing matters, guys.
Nothing matters, but everything matters. Oh, have you seen this movie called Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Dude, yes!
Oh my god, it's one of the best movies alive, I swear.
Oh my god, I love that you love it as well. It's like, if someone doesn't love that, I'm like, wait, why?
Because they don't understand it.
They don't want to.
They don't want to. I mean, it's just reality jumping, man. Like,
right.
you have your, like, most ideal self that is living in a different dimension, different reality to now, unless you are already in it. But you have the opportunity and the, I guess you just have the opportunity to be able to jump into that reality and connect, because we're all connected. So ourselves...
Takes some ladders.
Yeah, hugely. That's really cool. It's really, like, crazy, that movie, hey?
It's so crazy.
I've seen it about 3 times, and I'm just like...
I need to watch it again. Holy shit.
What did you think of the last Avatar movie? Did you see it?
No.
The second one?
No. Is it good? That's why I didn't want to see it. The blue avatars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really want to see it because the first one... I actually really enjoyed the first one, but people were, like, it's not good. And I see why it's not good, but like,
Why?
I don't know, CGI problems, something like that. Not sure.
Yeah, I was super excited for the second one to come out because of the timing that it's coming out in, and it's a very spiritual movie in a sense that I believe that they're representing what Earth used to look like before destruction came.
Oh. Okay.
Like the Na'vi people were like us humans were like the Na'vi people. Very native, very loving, caring to the planet and everyone else around. And then I guess reptilians or something came in into the
fucked with our shit too much.
Yeah.
Mated with too many.
Intelligent, like, oh my god, I'm having a mind blank right now. Just like computerized stuff and just like destroying spirituality and everything. I feel like that's what happened to this earth. But before, we used to be in a primal state where it's just being so connected to Mother Nature, to spirituality and the essence of what it's like to be alive.
Yeah, like source energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the church, the medieval times, like that would probably be closest to what it was, maybe.
Yeah.
And then we realized that we're not the center of the universe. And so the church dissolved, scientists were sent out to go and discover the true meaning of the world. And they never really understood, like, they couldn't really find it. And so we delved deeper and deeper into that. Industrial revolution came about.
Yeah.
Everything was survival based, and then it became luxury based. And like Einstein then discovered, Newtonian physics, and then now we're like, holy shit, we don't know anything.
Yeah.
But that explains like so much, like everything.
Yeah, so I was like super like keen to watch the second one. I did. I went to the movies by myself, didn't care. I was like, yeah, I want to watch this. And I was laying down on the chairs, spread out with 3 chairs in the back row, smoking my vape, watching this really spiritual movie. I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'm a spiritual girl. Just like, yeah, I'm a bit of a weird one.
Oh yeah, just like 3 full chairs. That's what the movie theaters were made for.
Oh, I love it. It's the best part about watching a movie by yourself in the cinema. Yeah. Anyway, I loved it. The second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like pretty intense, but really compelling.
What was your favorite moment? Do you have one?
You're gonna have to see it because then I'll just ruin it for you.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
I thought that might be where this was going.
Yeah, you can't really ask that question.
I'll watch it. Keen to see some blue men do some stuff.
I do like the blue man.
Yeah. Oh my god. Their hair is amazing.
They're so cool, yeah. Oh, I love it.
Tessa?
You can call me either or. That's fine.
Okay. I like Tessa.
Yeah.
It's been really great meeting you, and I really admire just like, the way you're living. Like, you've got your van, like, I mean, it's like a dream, I mean,
yeah.
The dream is like to be, out of the rat race. The dream eventually would be to dissolve the rat race, return back to nature, return back to our own spiritual power, like that. Oh my god, I saw a video once of someone like moving a crystal like with their
telekinetics.
Own energy? Is that what telekinetics is? Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of people who do that and levitate as well.
Holy
And
shit.
so, I mean, like, whatever Jesus did back in the day, Jesus, I think, got misunderstood a lot in the Bible, but I believe that Jesus was like a light worker that just came to earth and to show how much potential we have as a human race, and he just walked the road that he was walking on and said, you know, be like me, walk the same road that I'm walking on, which is you know, being completely enlightened and going to like find more meaningful things in life that really drive your soul and to build you up and spiritually and stuff. So
Definitely.
like,
He was following his path.
Yeah.
For sure.
And all the miracles that he did, we can all do that too.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just like, that's the thing. Like, if you really unlock that potential in your mind, you know, you can do anything. The sky is your limit. Like, not even. You know, like, there's just so much that we can do as humans, and we've been unfortunately suppressed in indoctrination in school and things like that with our powers, our true powers. And I mean, like, there's even science like says, like, you know, when you think of something or when you think of someone and then they call you or they text you or something like that, like, the scientists know that that's like, okay, there's something there. And yeah, because that's another telekinetic thing.
Yeah, I wonder, because I've heard of studies where these are more like not as official, maybe more speculative science, but it's like, you know, they've done tests with plants where similar things have come true. So they'll hook someone up to a plant to a lie detector, because lie detectors just detect chemicals, chemical output, and a plant will form a bond with a human, and whenever that human is around, they'll have these joyful spikes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so this one scientist, he had a really deep connection with his plant. He left it on to the lie detector. Then he, like, went overseas and he had sex. And every time he, climaxed, the plant would, like, go off crazy on the Richter scale.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, imagine that.
Right.
It's super connected.
So connected. It's wild.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And it's the same thing with trees. Like, trees, they link up roots when they're feeling really connected to each other. They, you know, when a tree dies or something, the trees, like, literally, like, they cry and the sap comes out and stuff like that. They have, like, chemical reactions as well. But yeah, that's just, I believe all of the world is just, it's all breathing and living, every single thing about it. And I think we should really nurture that and go back to giving back what the world is giving to us, what Mother Nature's giving to us, you know. We've just been taking so much from her, you know, and ripping her up, like, not giving a shit, and just now we're complaining about, you know, the world getting hotter and things like that. And it's like, well, you know, what happens when you keep taking from a woman, or, you know, you keep taking from someone? They get upset and, you know, they react like that. It's just, they don't want to be taken advantage of anymore. So I don't know how I got onto that track.
Wow. Well, it's all connected. The trees, the roots. Do you are there any places you've been to in your travels, I guess, where you felt that sense of connection, and really, like, any places you really enjoyed or that sort of thing?
Yeah, definitely. There's been a lot of places that I've really enjoyed like that. I love scuba diving. That's like, I feel so connected to the water and the ocean, and just swimming and being under, like, in this whole new world under the water. And it's just like, there's coral, there's like fish hanging out with the coral. There's octopus, and you know, like it's quite interesting. I'll go on a rant about octopi later.
Oh my
I
god,
think.
please do. Holy shit.
No, you love. Have you seen the octopus teacher?
Oh my god, no, I haven't seen it.
Oh my god, you'd love it.
Ooh.
So octopi are very intelligent beings, obviously. Everyone knows that. But they're so intelligent that they've got comedic traits to them, that they walk on two legs on the ground sometimes for fun. And like a human does. And then they play with the fish around them. They just get their tentacles up and they play with fish. They're just happy little beings that are just like, yeah, I'm alive and I'm intelligent. I'm just going to transform into something cool right now, you know, like they can shapeshift and everything. They're really cool. So there's just like a whole bunch of animals that we just really take for granted that are just out there that could teach us things, like dolphins and, you know, like the relationships they have with each other and the planning skills they have, you know.
Really? Like for planning prey and stuff?
Yeah, they plan for prey. So they get their friends together to circle like some fish, right? So just a whole bunch of dolphins circling the outskirts of fish, and then they trap the fish in that circle, right? And then one of the dolphins, they come in and they like grab some fish, and then another dolphin comes in and grabs some fish, and they all take turns and stuff. And so like it's just a whole like strategic pattern that they have. They also recognize themselves in mirrors, and they have cliques as well, just like humans do. So they it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah,
yeah, it's wild. I wonder what else they do, like, under there. Like, what else are we
missing?
Yeah.
Yeah, whole world, man. It's a whole, there's a lot of things that we haven't really experienced yet.
Wow. Saw another 144.
Really? I just got this massive, like, headspin kind of, like, I've been struck by something.
Oh my god.
Did you say 144?
Yeah.
That literally just happened right now. Oh my god.
Oh my god. We're connected. I see it, and then you're like, wow.
I'm feeling it.
Or like just the timer is like, yeah, wow. Oh my god. Do you believe in that? Like telepathy?
100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Holy fuck. Oh my god.
Yeah, fuck oath. I read people's minds all the time accidentally.
I swear you do. I swear you've done it to me like 5 times.
Yeah. See, that usually happens when I'm talking to someone.
Yeah. It's awesome. But it's also like, I used to be scared of that shit because I'm like, fuck.
I better not say this. Yeah, I better not think that. Yeah.
True. And now we go back to Jesus.
Yeah. No, it's just like the feeling or the knowingness. That's my telepathy. That's how I process it. It's just an idea that comes into my head. But yeah, I want to learn how to move foil, like with the glass bowl over, like, and there's like a little pin, and then there's foil on top of it, and the glass bowl is over it, and you just learn to move it.
Shit. Like just twirl it around.
Twirl it around, yeah.
Fuck yeah, you could do that 1,000%. Oh my god. Just like
these are the things I want to accomplish in life. I don't want to be like rich. I don't want to be famous. I just want to twirl some foil with my mind.
Let a girl be. Come on, anything is possible. I just like walk past and you're like in the van, just like come back like 3 hours later. You're like,
yeah, don't put it past me. I probably would. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, wild. Oh my god. Oh my god. So like, would you ever be a beekeeper?
A beekeeper?
Yes.
Would I ever keep bees? If it was ethical, because I'm a vegan. Just letting you know, okay, every vegan has to pronounce themselves, alright? They always have to, when they walk in the room, hey, everyone, I'm a vegan, just letting you know.
Yes, do it telepathically.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's like, yeah, I have to pronounce I was feeling that today. Sometimes I just have to pronounce to people, like, hey, I'm weird, okay? Just know that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I find it really hard to talk to people who aren't on, like, a higher dimension anymore. Have you felt that?
Oh, my God. I feel that. Like, higher dimension, but also, like, who have gone through darkness at the same time.
Right.
And so I feel like, I guess that's intrinsically linked at the same time. It can be. Oh, I feel like it is. Yeah.
It's like the
roots, which go down to hell. Oh, and the bow. Yeah. What the fuck? Wait, I'm just, like, seeing you pulling back the bow, and I'm like, wait, what were we talking about? We were talking about the fool as well, or, like, because that's the analogy in my head as well. Yeah.
The full,
pushing past that, like, 1 degree, like, just going that extra step further, because, like, when you think you've failed, and when the universe is quiet, and you think you've failed, that's when, if you push a little bit more, that you'll let the arrow fly.
Yeah.
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 Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. It's that initial, like, preparing you. Just a little bit more darkness. Just a little bit more. You still got another lesson to learn, and then you can be flying and do whatever the fuck you want to do, because you learned all those experiences to be able to be pushed into that reality that you need to be in. Yeah. Like, you can't have greatness if you don't work for it, you know? Like, you can't.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah.
Like, you gotta do the work.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like the highest peaks in my life have also been, like, the times where I am on that high flying, like, doing the work, and that's what gets you onto the higher flying disc.
Definitely. And I think my problem growing up with doing the work was so boxed into this, like, critical way of thinking growing up in, like, in school, you know, that hard work is, like, pushing really hard and, like, thinking about every little precision or whatever. But I come to the realization that working hard is actually, you know, you're supposed to work smarter, not harder, right? So I feel like giving yourself breaks when you need, listening to your body and being in tune with your body, like, because your body is a very intelligent organism that works without you even thinking, right? So you don't force yourself to breathe every day. It just naturally happens because your body is working for you. So I think it's really important to think smarter, not harder, and to think, how can I be more productive during the day? How can I meet up to the expectations I'm putting on myself, or, you know, so I think.
Yeah, for sure. Like, smarter, not harder, especially, like, if you're not one of those who can just, like, I mean, you know, that I don't want to put people in boxes, but, like, that there's, like, a scale, introversion, extroversion, right? Like, those who are, like, very, very high energy, very, like, go, 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 do, I'm always on my thing.
Yeah.
They can maybe not work smarter, not harder, but then sometimes it's, like, definitely working, like, I mean, I would take to that as well, and, like, I was gonna go somewhere else, and now this, like, tangent has led me to another place.
Oh, the joys.
Yeah, it'll comes back, boomerang effect.
I was just thinking about, like, if you smash a glass, and, you know, for the analogy of, like, working harder and smarter, I was thinking, like, okay, the best way to deal with that is to be calm, content, and sweep it up, right? But then some people might be just freaking out about it and just get it as quickly as possible and then cut themselves, you know? So I think that's a good analogy for working smarter, not harder.
Like patience.
By patience, yeah. In a metaphysical sense, where you are working smarter in your spirituality. Like, using that as a tool.
Yeah.
As a tool to help your physical life as well exceed the limits.
Yeah, because it's like, it's different for everyone, right? Yeah. So it's gonna be like, Yeah. Oh, it's like a keen balance. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Oh,
it's
my
really
God.
hard for me to I'm just got like a really weird wide brain. Like I'm just like, people don't understand. Sorry if you don't, that's fine. But yeah.
Yeah, totally. We all have that. Totally get that. Today, I just ran into some random person, and I almost started, like, I low-key got bitten by a dog once in the face, and so now I'm, like, a little bit, like, about dogs.
Yeah.
Like, I love them. But then I feel like I'm manifesting them to bite me again, because, like, when I see one, I'm like,
yeah.
But also, like, so it's just, like, a weird energy. And we started talking about how, like, his dog, when he found him at the pound, he, like, put his paw up to, like, be like, hey, I'm your dog, like, choose me. And then I started talking about how from now on dogs are going to start putting their paws up when I walk past. And that's how I'm going to know that I'm ready to be in love with dogs again.
Oh, that's so cool. I love that. That's a really beautiful way to deal with that.
Yay! Oh my God, I'm glad that you get that. And
Yeah.
Sometimes you do feel like weird. Sometimes, yeah.
I totally get that. Like, you see it from a different perspective. Instead of seeing what the dog could do in a negative way, see what the dog can do in a positive way. Right.
Yeah, definitely. And it's all in your mind. You get bitten by dogs in your mind all the time.
So sorry, babe. That's a bit of that's like that's some childhood trauma, right? Oh my God.
Right? And then it's like, letting go of that. But like also incorporating that too.
I had 7 peacocks once.
What the fuck? Who are you? What's that?
I got so many stories to tell you, babe.
What the fuck?
My mom, she's crazy, right? she decided to have 7 peacocks.
Okay, that's
She's
cool.
like, oh, they look lovely. Mom, we live in a suburban area. We can't really have 7 peacocks. No, we can make it work. Unfortunately, one by one, they got eaten by the dogs.
Fuck. Wait, like your dogs? Or like dogs off the street?
Our dogs.
Fuck.
Yeah, they got into the pen, the cage.
Dude.
I was just like, oh.
Fuck.
Yeah, so now I'm a bit traumatized from peacocks.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
No, it's all good. It's oh my God. They have the worst scream though. Like, no, not scream, but just like morning. You know how roosters crow in the morning?
Right.
Peacocks do the same thing. Peacocks, but they do it in a different way. They go, cuckoo! They just do it like that. But yeah, they think they're so majestic. Cuckoo! Good morning, everyone!
Whoa, that's wild. Did you ever dance with your peacocks? I don't know where that came from.
No, but I dance with horses.
What the fuck? Didn't know horses
I didn't think of dancing with the peacocks at the time. No, but I wish that would have been a great idea. I should have done that. No, but I danced with horses. Yeah, I had 6 horses at my last place.
What?
In Gold Coast.
You're so connected to nature. Wow.
No, but they weren't mine.
Oh.
It's just animals just find me. I was like looking for a house to live in, a house share, and I found this house, and I get welcomed by this girl. She's 22, not woman, but this girl. She opens the door. She's on the phone, and she's French, right? So she's just like yelling in French on her phone, and I'm just like, okay, this is gonna go well. And she's like, are you here for the horse or the room? And I'm just like, anyway, I ended up living there for like 8 months until it got flooded in the floods this year.
Whoa,
yeah,
that's hectic.
Yeah, but we had 6 horses, and we I used to go out in the mornings, dance with them, sing to them.
That's amazing. Is that like one for
Cuddle
each
them.
housemate? That's so
No,
cool.
so the girl, Ines, she's my best friend. We actually have this matching tattoo together. Anyway, yeah, no, she's a horse trainer. So she
dope.
jumps horses and stuff. And gets them to do jumps and everything. And yeah, she trains horses and she teaches kids how to ride them. So
Wow.
yeah.
That's a fulfilling life path. Just
Oh, man.
horses.
Yeah, she loves them. Every day, every morning, every night. She's dealing with horses.
It's good. That is good.
Do you like horses?
Totally. I would fuck a horse. I like horses.
Okay, we're getting to a bit stility here. This girl is tired. She needs a nap.
Oh my
She
god.
was actually just having a nap before we did this podcast.
That's how I prepare for, oh my god. This is why I work smarter, not harder. Now you know.
It is actually a good tactic to sleep, to have a nap before you work.
Oh my god.
Just some kind of work.
Helps so much. I used to take naps during my lunch breaks at work, and my coworker thought I was insane.
I love that.
Yeah. He's like, wanna go get lunch? I'm like, maybe Friday. We'll do Friday's lunch. Every other day I'm napping. Yeah. So yeah, I am. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any words of encouragement to anyone who is in a place where they're seeking a way through the rat race, they're seeking a way to their soul's deeper knowing? Any advice for a younger version of you?
A younger version of me. Don't judge yourself. Your feelings are valid. And explore those feelings. And if you're in a position that doesn't make you feel comfortable and doesn't make you feel alive or happy, that's not the position you're supposed to be in. And go by your first instinct, your first intuition. What are you thinking? Like, do you want to be here or do you want to be somewhere else? Is there a place that you have in mind, and does that make you feel even better? Like, just to even visualize yourself being there. So take the leap. It's so worth it.
Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful words.
What about you? What would you say to your younger self?
I would say, oh my god.
It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Well, first of all, judgment is not real. That's an illusion. Lower your expectations as well, because you're gonna live for who knows how long. Technology is advancing, and keep doing stuff, keep making art and keep doing those things which challenge you, but follow your, keep expressing yourself, I guess, as well. Would be, the mission. Keep believing as well. Keep believing that there is something, there is a North Star as well. I feel like I was very disillusioned at sometimes. Didn't believe in hope, or just thought it was like everything's a black hole.
Yeah.
It's not.
The nihilistic thoughts.
Yes, nihilism. It's like a huge,
Is it nihilism or nihilism?
Yeah. I feel like depending on, because nihilism is so tasty when you say it, but it's like if you say it too much, it's like your favorite song. I
love that. I was like, where is she going with this, with the tastiness? But no, I get it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's cool. No, that's beautiful.
will consult the Jordan Peterson Bible.
Totally.
Okay, well, is this the end of the podcast?
I guess so.
Okay.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you for having me on there.
Oh my
Really
god,
appreciate
thank you
it.
so much for being my first guest and for being so open.
I really I see such a blessed future with you and like with your podcast, what you're doing in this world, and it's an honor to be in your presence.
Wow. Thank you.
That's okay.
Me too.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel the same way about you. I feel very alive. Yeah.
Good. It's good. All right.
Okay, scoop the boop. Let's end this. Bye bye.
Oh my god.